Welcome
to the Two Travelers in Mexico. Hi everybody. We're going to answer some questions since we're at the park feeding the ducks today. And we just got over our rainstorm and now it's blue skies and now it's not so blue skies. So what do I always say?
and when in
Carry
Morelia,
your
always carry an umbrella.
Yes. So anyhow, we're going to answer some questions, and one of them is how Mark and I met. So you want to tell that story?
Sure. It was a warm and sultry night. Paulette and I were standing on opposite street corners. Through the distance, the attraction was immediate.
Wait a minute, that's not the story of how we met.
Apparently, Paulette wants me to tell you the real story. We met on datehookup.com.
That's pretty funny. But what it was is I would have never signed up for a site like that, Deciding to Date. It was my area, it was Roseville Singles or Roseville...
Single in Roseville.
Singles in Roseville, yeah. And so, and he responded to his where he lived, which was?
Singleinelkgrove.com.
Right. So anyhow, somehow I guess this site, Date Hookup, like intermingled these sites or something, these separate ones. I don't know.
What it is, those familiar with IT, singleinroseville.com and singleinelkgrove.com were subdomains of datehookup.com.
Right, so then, when I got a message that said date hookup, I'm like, what? I didn't sign up for no date hookup. So that was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. So that's how we met, through an online dating service.
Now I don't remember, did I message you first or did you message me first? I don't really remember.
I have no idea.
That's how it started out. You could message someone and they messaged you back, and we chatted online for a couple of weeks or so, and then
maybe
and then we did some phone calls, and then
he didn't have a picture of himself, but when I talked to him on the phone, he had a really sexy voice. And then I thought he looked like Greg from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing that myself, but if it worked for her, it's all good.
Well, this was several years ago. This was in, let me think. This was in 2008.
Oh, very good. You guessed the year correctly this time.
So, so that's how long we've been together, since 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we met, and I'm sticking to it.
Now, we were asked a question about TV. What do we do for programming? Our landlord actually supplied us with a smart TV, but in addition to that, we also have an Amazon Fire Stick for which we get Amazon Prime. We did get Netflix, but we weren't really watching the programming on that much.
Canceled.
And as we said before, we get Gaiam TV, which is mostly a health and nutrition based channel.
I like it. It's pretty interesting. They get a lot of variety.
So Paulette watches that more than I do, but it's not bad. It was for a year. It was like $8.33 a month. The Amazon Prime, which includes shipping, I think the last bill was $14 a month.
Close to it is like 13 and something, almost 14, yeah. But I think we have to subscribe to that because we got the Amazon Prime when we lived in the U.S. for shipping.
Yeah. Other than that, we probably watch YouTube the most, or just about the most. We have different channels that we like to follow. And so we spend a lot of time watching YouTube when we're watching TV.
And I would say that our bill is about $22, $23 a month. Because once you buy the Fire Stick, there's no other fee. That's it. But Prime is about $14, and like Mark said, The other one to combine is about $22, $23 a month,
Right.
which isn't bad compared to what a lot of people pay in the U.S. for their
Yeah.
cable
But
stations.
the good thing about the Fire Stick is it comes with a lot of free programming. We watch like Tubi TV, and there must be 20 or 30 different channels that you can watch that come through the Fire Stick for free. So it's really a pretty good deal, and it works here in
Shaking
Mexico.
that camera there.
Yeah,
Gotta get better at it.
and it works here in Mexico.
So if there's any shaking, it's on his end.
It's me holding the camera.
Okay, the next question is about clothing. Like, our washer and dryer is a very small washer and dryer, and all I do is I use the wash cycle for 30 minutes, and then I have a clothesline in this indoor laundry area where the washer dryer combo is, indoors off my kitchen, and then I also put up a man-made
Clothesline outside.
clothesline outside and bought some clothespins. So I usually hang them out there, and you know what? I mean, like today it really poured for 20 minutes or so, and then it stopped. If you hang your clothes first thing in the morning, you're fine. I mean, the rains usually don't come until maybe around 3 o'clock, maybe even later sometimes, and then sometimes in the middle of the night. But if you time it right, you don't have to wash your clothes on a bad day. You can just wait until it's a better day, and you'll have the sun shining and your clothes will dry within 2 hours with no problem.
Now our washer is actually a washer-dryer combo, but what we've discovered is that the dryer doesn't actually dry the clothes all the way, and there is no setting on the dryer just to do drying. So, before when we were using it, we would try the dry cycle, but inevitably we would still wind up hanging the clothes outside.
Yeah, it
to
just
finish
has
the
that
drying.
dampish feeling to it, and it takes 3 hours total to wash and dry, which is a little insane.
Yeah.
I like hanging them outside because they dry a lot faster, and they're for sure dry. A little stiff, but they dry a lot faster that way. But if we had rain 24/7, of course I would take it down the street.
Yeah.
There's a South laundromat down
Yeah.
the street from where we live too. So I would take it there, but I don't think there's really a need to, because you're going to find a good day, within that 7-day span to go ahead and hang your clothes and dry them. The next question was about us being in Mexico and using our Charles Schwab account, and also we use our American Airlines credit card. So you want to answer how that all works, honey?
Yeah. We have to notify both of those accounts that we are in Mexico so that we can use them here in Mexico, because if you don't, it'll set off some kind of a fraud alert on their end. And you can notify them for up to 6 months. In other words, you can tell them you're going to be there for 6 months. But what we've done is when we're near the end of the 6 months, we just call them and notify them and say, hey, we're still here. And then they just extended us for 6 more months. Now, when we go back to visit in the U.S., we'll have to notify them that we're coming back to the States, and then we'll have to notify them again when we're coming back to Mexico.
And the same thing we'll have to do with our car insurance, because this month it's on full coverage, which is like $87 for the month. Next month it goes down to the, what do you call it again? What is it called?
Suspended coverage,
yeah,
which
suspension.
is $20 a month.
Right, and that'll be, like $20 a month. But when we drive back to the U.S., we'll call them, we'll put the car on full coverage again. And we have our tags, and we have the registration and all that stuff.
Yep.
So that's not a problem. And then once we get back into Mexico, we'll call them again and have them put it back on suspension. But it's every 6 months you can be on suspension, 1 month full, 6 months on, 1 month full, 6 months on. And it's like that, and that's through the State Farm that we have in
South Dakota.
What is it? Rapid City,
South Dakota.
South Dakota, through State Farm. Yeah.
So the last question we were asked was about our private insurance coverage, which is through Victoria. They were asking if our rates would go up
With our age.
based on age, and honestly, we don't know. We signed up for it. I will leave a link to the Victoria website in a description, and then you can log on and you can get price quotes from there.
But I don't know if Victoria is something throughout Mexico or it's just here in Morelia. That I don't know. And it is a private medical facility hospital which has a hotel. Check that out. Above it. And then I think on the very top it's like a park-like setting, I think, with a pool, is what I was told.
Yeah, all of the pictures that I see on their website are of the Morelia location, though, so I suspect it's just in Morelia.
Right, so we have that for the year, and we got that, I think, in December January, something like that. And so we're planning on probably leaving Morelia when our lease is up the middle of December, maybe the beginning of December. So we'll figure out our insurance thing then. And we're pretty healthy. We really don't have any preconditions. I take a thyroid medication, as I mentioned before in one of the videos, that I had half my thyroid removed. It wasn't cancerous or anything, but it kept growing. So they removed it. That's the scar that I have on my neck somewhere with all the wrinkles blended in. And that's really about it. That's the only medication that either one of us take. And the other day, like when I went to Victoria for my knee, my blood pressure was 110/70. So, you know, we try to eat right for all those reasons, and we try to, you know, stay fit and all that other stuff, and, you know, remain as healthy as we can as we get older in our 60s, 70s, 80s. So, I don't know, I guess we're just the kind of people that don't really worry too much about insurance. Maybe because we don't have underlying health issues, you know, preconditions, or what do you call it?
Pre-existing
conditions.
However, we still have our EAMS insurance, which will follow us wherever we go in Mexico. So.
That's true, but we do have to renew it. I'm getting drops on me right now.
Yeah, it's starting to rain, and we're outside, so we better wrap this up. So thanks for watching from the Two Travelers in Mexico, and we'll see you in the next video.
Love you guys.
What she did.
Bye.
Bye.